so that comfortable walking anytime we do.
Hey, how's everybody doing? You guys doing all right? Hi, my name is Coach Justin. I'm here with NinjaQuest, going to be doing an at-home parkour session number 2. It's just going to be me today. Coach Noah will not be joining in on this session. Today's focus is going to be on increasing hip, leg, and arm mobility, strength conditioning for your handstands, and we're also going to take a look at some advanced swinging and some advanced regripping skills for the bar. This is a class for everyone. I don't know who is going to end up watching this video, but I'm going to try my best to accommodate for any kind of lack of mobility, any kind of bodily issues. Make sure you're doing these lessons at your own pace and at your own risk. But I'm going to try to make it fun for everyone. So we're going to go ahead and start with our warm-ups. If you're able, we're going to do the same warm-ups as last time with our high knees, going like this. We're going to do this for about 20 seconds. If you're unable to do the high knees, you can grab a chair. Let's say that you're sitting down. You can do the same thing here. Just making sure that your knees come as high as you can. If you do it slower, if it's too much, you want to try your best to keep moving those knees, just like this. Here we go. But I'm going to be doing it standing up, but feel free to just come on in and get a workout going, even if you're sitting down. Moving like this. There we go. You can also do it laying down as well. Something called some bicycle kicks, like this. You can do one leg at a time, like that. Other leg. Try to do both. We'll move on to our butt kicks next. Butt kicks are nice and easy. Try to just kick your butt like this. There we go. If you're sitting down, I'm going to try to provide some exercises that you can do if you're sitting down or if you're laying down. If you're sitting down, just practice kicking like this, kind of like you're riding a bike, going in a circle with your heel, going like this, trying to bring your heel all the way to your butt, just like in a butt kick if you were standing up. If you're laying down, you can do a similar exercise to the bicycle here, but you're focusing on bringing the heel to your butt. So you're doing more like this. Just like that. And those are just exercises that you can do if you're unable to get up out of bed, if you're bedridden, or if you just are just sitting down and you're more comfortable that way. I'll give you guys exercises you can do. So next, our lunge. You're going to go ahead and straddle your legs. Lunge down just like this. Other side too. I actually figured out using the chair. You can sit sideways and do it like a spotted lunge using the chair. Just make sure you stay on the side. You can hold on to this side, make sure you balance. Just like that. Show it this way. Try to get that knee as low as you can, keeping that foot on the ground, flat. Awesome. And if you're laying down, just try to get the shape of a lunge going. Bring your knee down to the floor. Knees down if you're laying down. work on your mobility. There we go. You have the shape of a lunge right now. We're not really doing anything too strenuous. It's more of just working on your mobility. Trying to make sure that our knees can touch the floor, that our hips are on this side of the floor. Just making sure you have the mobility. All right, cool. And that's gonna move on that's gonna be enough for our warm-ups. Okay. So these you can do whether you're laying down or standing up, whatever you're doing. You're gonna do some ankle rotations. You can draw it in the air, or you can just keep on the floor. This isn't really much of a balance warm-up, but it's just to get your ankles nice and warmed up. Do the other side. Also, you're gonna grab your knees. You're gonna try your best to do some circles. Just try your best. You can also spin the foot in a circle like that if you're laying down or sitting. Do your hips next. Just like that. Awesome. We're gonna do some arm circles, of course. Some arm circles. Go backwards. Go slow as you need. Need to rush, we're just warming up. If you want to go faster, you're free to go faster. Just make sure you're being careful. We're going to go ahead and do some back slaps. There we go. Ooh. And a really cool stretch that I found while doing this exercise is you can actually sit in a chair. You can try and grab the chair with both of your arms like that and get a nice shoulder stretch. Now you don't want to pull too hard. This is not a pulling exercise. You should just be holding, getting a nice stretch in your shoulders, just like that. It's just a little extra you can do. Do some scissors, going up and down. Try to go as far as you can. Slower. The farther you can go, the better. There you go. And try to keep that same motion going as you go faster. Don't cut down on how wide your arms go. Try to keep going as wide as you go faster. Do some head circles. Head circles. Other direction. Cool. We're going to bring our chin to our shoulders. Awesome. We're going to nod our head yes. Awesome. All right, I think we're ready to get started with our first workout. So for our first workout, we're going to be working on just some mobility. We're going to grab a chair. If you are not able to hold your weight standing up, if you're not able to stand up for a long period of time, you can actually just do this exercise with just sitting in the chair. You don't need to have a chair in front of you. But what we're going to be practicing is some hip and leg mobility. So we're going to start off just standing in front of our chair here. And I want you guys to practice taking your right foot, bringing it around and onto the top of the chair. And then you're going to bring it over onto the other side, just like that. We're going to go the opposite way with the same foot, bring it on top, and bring it down. That's pretty easy. You can try to do a full circle without stopping. Try to go as wide and as slow as you can as you go all the way around. Awesome. Do the other leg too. Start going on top first and then come down. If you're sitting in the chair, you just sit and you're just going to hold it and then bring it down. So other way. Very good. And bring it on top like that. We're going to try to go over the whole thing, go as slow as you can. Keep that balance. If you're having trouble standing, you can hold on to something as well. There's not a balance technique. It's just something to work on your mobility. All right. We're going to try to straighten our leg too. When we straighten our leg, we'll move back a little bit. Hold it all the way up and come down. Bring it all the way around and come down. Try to bring it higher. There you go. As high as you can, all the way around. There you go. Awesome. Try to bring it as high as you can. Feel the stretch right here. Cool. So now we're going to go ahead and bring it to a sitting position. What you're going to do is you're going to take both of your feet, put it under the chair. So you're going to pike. You're going to bring your knees as close as you can to your chest. And keep your hands here to let you bounce. And you're going to slowly bring your legs up as high as they can go. And then bring them up and slowly come down. So you're hovering over the chair. Then you come back, slow as you can, and back down. Just like that. If you want a harder challenge, scoot a little bit closer to the chair so it forces you to bring your knees closer to your body so you're not hitting the chair. And it forces your hips to get a good stretch too. So you're getting a little closer to the chair. Knees closer. Curl in. Come up. And on top. And then back. And under. Cool. And that's just my alarm to let me know I gotta restart the camera on this side. Okay. Cool. So once you got that, now you guys sit in a straddle position, just like this. You're gonna take either of your feet, but you're gonna take the foot that you choose, and you're gonna bring it slowly over the chair, keeping your legs straight and straddled. Bring it over the chair and bring it towards the other chair or the other foot. It's gonna go around, just like that. Boom, as slow as you can, as wide of a circle, as tall of an arch that you can get. Just like that. Trying to really open up those hips. You can get a little closer. So I force you to raise that leg up a little higher. There we go. The closer you are to the chair, the more it's going to force you to bring your legs higher up and give you a good stretch on your hips. All right, that's cool. Awesome. Now something else that we can work on is we can actually stand back up, bring the chair down here so that the back part's face down on the ground. And you're going to practice drawing some infinity signs, some eights, figure eights, whatever you want to call them, around the legs of the chair. So you're going to start going around this part, go down, and come back around. There we go. And like I said, this isn't a balance exercise. If you need to hold on to something while you do this, that's perfectly fine. We're just trying to increase our mobility. Cool. You go the other direction. There we go. Try to open up those legs. Awesome. Cool, cool. This way around. Other leg. There we go. I might just grab my other foot. There we go. Awesome. Cool. Next up, you're going to stand on this side of the chair. You're going to bring your leg up so your knees stay straight out. You're going to open up your hip. You're going to stand in the middle of the chair. All right? If the chair is too tall for you to do that, you can just do the same motion without the chair. Bring it up, open up your hip, and come down. Okay? So do the same thing to the side. Bring it up, open up your hip around, and step down. Do the same thing here. Up, around, and come down. Cool. Now let's go back to our sitting position. Here, we're going to do something called figure eights. So for our figure eights, we're going to come up, down, up, to the other foot. So as high as you can, up, down, up, to the other foot. Up, down, up, to the other foot. Up, down, up. And now we're in our straddle. Good. All right. Cool, cool. So we also have arm mobility that we can be working on. For our arms, we're just going to focus on sitting. We'll do our sitting one. Since we're already sitting down, we're going to sit. We're going to take our arms here. We're going to take one arm first. You're going to draw the figure eights as I did earlier. So you're going to go up, you go down, touch your toes, up, down, just be still. So try to go around, boom, 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 boom. You can try to draw some loops around. Try to go as close as you can. Cross your arms. Here we go. Without hitting the legs of the chair. Other direction. As wide as you can. There we go. Now you're going to go up and around. Down. Up and down. Cool. Very good. So we got our arms nice and stretched, our legs nice and stretched, hips, perfect. So now we can work on some conditioning for our handstands. Alrighty. Alright, cool. So for these exercises, we're going to be working on some conditioning for our handstands. If you are seated or if you don't have the strength yet to do push-ups, we're going to be working on a modified version using these chairs here. Because push-ups are going to be very important to strengthen your arms and your shoulders for your handstands. So we're going to be facing the chairs here. Very easy workout. Keep your hands here. You can do push-ups alongside the chairs, just like this. And this can be chairs, this can be a wall, anything high enough to be comfortable here. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can actually turn around this way. For those of you that can do push-ups, you're going to bring your feet on top, pike up, and you're going to do some diamond push-ups, or some pike push-ups, sorry. Doing the pikes, just like that. Keep your legs straight, arms straight, then you're going to bend and come back up. This is forcing us to keep our hips up in the air and to really distribute the weight to our wrists. It's going to make our push-ups or our handstands a lot better. So we're going to do a couple of those. I would say let's do about 5 of those, just of those. So you can do it this way. You can do 5 of those, or you can do 5 of these. Go ahead and choose. So we're here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. Very good. Cool. So our next one we're going to do some diamonds. So you're going to use either forward facing the chair or away, but your hands are going to make a diamond or a triangle shape when you put them together. So they're going to look like this. Onto the chair here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or you can do it this way. Up on the chair, make your diamonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like that. Cool. So those are our second set of push-ups. So for our next set, we're going to be working on, let's see what I got here. We're going to work on going down slow and then doing a really fast push-up. All right? So you can do it this way, choose one. All right? I'm going to do 2 going down here, so go down slow as you can. Down slow, up fast. Down slow, up fast, like that. We're doing it this way. You got our feet elevated. Down slow, up fast. Down slow, up fast. Just like that. And then you're going to do 5 of those. Go ahead and knock those out. Cool. Alrighty. Let's see. Let me get this in further. And then I'm going to grab a pillow here. Cool. So for this next one, we're going to be hopping our hands, okay? So, like I said, you have 2 options for this one. You can either do the more advanced option here, where your feet are up on the object, and you hop your hands onto your pillow. Or you can do it this way. Have your pillow right here, and you're just going to practice tapping it, like that. Tap. All right? You're not going to be putting too much weight on your hands. You're just doing your push-up, tap, push-up, tap. Just like that. Okay, so we're doing 5 of those. So we've already gone through our push-ups. Those are going to strengthen our arms, make it nice and easy for our handstands. If we're going to work our handstand technique, we can grab, our chairs here. And if any of these motions look intimidating or they look like you're not going to be able to do it, feel free to work more on those push-ups, because the more push-ups you do, the stronger you'll get, and the less intimidating these moves will look, because you'll know you'll have the strength to do them. So we'll start here, hands on the ground, your hips are gonna sit here, and we're gonna hold this position for 10 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just like that. All right? It's very good. We're going to do another set of those. See how I'm doing on my timer. Okay. Cool. We're going to do one more set. Hold it for 10 seconds, or as long as you can, as long as you're getting a nice workout for those arms. So here, we're going to hold. If you can't do this, go back to the push-ups. Make sure you work on those, because this is going to be really tough without that arm strength. Working on these handstands. 6, 9, and 10. All right, cool. Cool. So that was really good. We're going to do one more thing with our handstands. A pike hold. You're going to practice holding this position here. And then you're going to walk your hands closer to the wall, or to whatever you're using, double your feet up, and holding here. We're going to do 3 seconds each. So 3 seconds here, 3 seconds here. 1, 2, 3. 3 here, 2, 3. 3 here. Just like that. There we go. Cool, cool. And you can actually do similar exercises using a wall. I'm going to turn you guys to this wall right here. Here we go. So what you can do is, you guys can see me. Here we go. Okay. We can put our hands here on the wall, and then we can practice walking your hands up and getting a nice stretch in our shoulders here. Walk them down, do your push-ups, whatever you want to do to make it hard. Stretch here. From here, push-ups, stretch here. Just like that. Try to do that. I would say 3 to 5 times going up and down. So you can get a good workout and get a good stretch in those arms. Okay. Cool. All right, so last class we were working on our safety vaults, right? So this class we're going to take what we learned from last class and apply it to a speed vault. So a speed vault is essentially the safety vault without your feet making contact with the obstacle that you're going over. So if you're trying to get over something fast, if you're trying to evade a pursuer, whatever you're trying to do, if you're trying to get over something fast, you can use a speed vault to help you out with that. And it doesn't take that much energy to do. So we're going to take our safety vault technique. You can do your safety vault here on the floor, like this, or if you're unable to get low onto the floor like that, you can put your hand up on something a little more elevated, like a counter or a sturdy table, and you can practice going through like this. Practice doing this here, just like that. So when you're doing that, you're practicing putting all your weight onto your hand here. You don't want to have all your weight over here on your feet, and you also don't want all your weight over here on your feet. Put most of your weight over your hand. All right. And what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we have the right amount of mobility in our hips and our knees. So we're going to be bringing our inside knee, the knee that's closest to the obstacle, up as high as it can go, and then down. Up, and then down. Up, and then down. And you guys will see why this is very important to have, and because it's going to make your speed vault so much higher, so much stronger, just for practicing this simple move right here. Outside leg now, we'll go up and down, up and down. And if you want to do something a bit more difficult, you can do it on the floor. So you do the inside leg first, up, hold it, down, up, down, up, down. Outside leg, up, down. So more of a bounce up. I like it. Up and down. We're going to balance and mobility. So once you got that down, let's try and open our leg outwards some. So we'll take our outside leg. We're coming up, and we're going to bring our knee up as high as it can go and lean onto this hand. This is essentially the position you need to get into before you do the speed ball. So you're here, then we'll come back here. Work on your balance. Knee up, lean, and then come back down. Just like that. If you're on the ground, same thing. Feet are out, bring it up, lean, bounce, come down. Boom. Bring it in first, then lean. Then bring it back down. All right? So work on those. Do a couple reps with those. Make sure you have them nice and strong before you move on to this next step. For the next step, we're going to be on the floor. We're going to be jumping over our objects here. So we're going to take our hand on the floor, and we're going to practice doing a little bit of a ghost step. So a ghost step is any time that you are jumping and landing on the same foot. You're only jumping and landing on one foot. So we're going to take our right foot, we're going to jump over the obstacle and land back on it. So you're going to jump, boom. And you might have noticed when I did that, my feet did this little kick motion. That's very similar to what you're doing a speed ball over an obstacle. You have a little bit of a kick to help you cut through the air faster and get your hips higher. Because if they're down here, not much switching can do since you'll be hitting the ground or the obstacle. So we want to make sure we get up high by bringing our knee and our hip up, just like before, and then you're switching your feet and landing back on the jumping leg. So I'm going to jump off my right, land on my right. If I do the other side, same thing, jump on my right, land on my right. Essentially, you have to be able to go over an obstacle like that on the floor first before you can do it over our balls. So for our vaulting materials, I'm going to be using 2 chairs and a storage bin, only because I want to extend the wall that I'm going over, because I do not want to hit my foot here. I got my storage bin here. Space these out a little bit, but it's going to act like a real wall now. So we have our wall here. Make sure all of your obstacles are sturdy, not shaking, and also will not slide. You got to be sturdy, stable, and won't slide. So we want to put our hand down. Do not put your hand forward or back. Straight down. You're going to jump over the wall, and then you're going to land back on the jumping leg. So you bring your knee up, jump, just like that. That is essentially the speed ball. So you're going to safety ball and now speed ball. You step with whatever leg you plan on jumping with, put the same hand down. So I'm going to jump my left, land back on my left, left hand is down. It's very easy. Everything is on your left side or on your right side. So you're here, hand down, and you're going over, just like that. The other side now, I'll use my right hand this time. Right hand goes down, right foot is in front. It's very hard to see. I do it on this side here. My right foot is in front here. My right hand is on this chair. You're going to land back on the right foot. So you're here, switch, come over. Okay? Now I'll come back on this side. Just like that. How are we doing on time? All right, cool. Awesome. Sweet. So we're going to go ahead and take a water break right now. We'll come back in, I say, 5 minutes. So at 6:35, we'll come back and get back to our workout. Go ahead and use it for water, bathroom. If you have questions, put your questions in the chat, but we'll come back in 5 minutes. good. I hope the sound quality in the video looks fine for you guys. I'll make sure you guys can hear me pretty well. So yeah, we've already covered, for those of anybody that's coming in now, push-ups. We use our push-ups to learn how to do our proper techniques for handstands, get our strength up for handstands. We just went over speed vaulting. We learned safety vaults last class, so we are upgrading it to the speed vault, which is a much faster way to get over your objects than the safety vault. Essentially, it's just a safety vault without putting your foot down. In a second, we're going to work on some swinging techniques. You're going to want some kind of cylindrical object. So I have a rolling pin with me. I also have my bow staff, which may better simulate the length of the bar. You'll be able to put your hands further on it. You can also use a broomstick, or maybe even a foam roller. Just anything that's cylindrical and you can really wrap your hands around is going to really help out with that. So we'll work on that a little bit, and then I have an endurance course for you guys after we work on our swinging. Okay. And I'm trying my best to accommodate for any type of inability, like mobility wise, if you're unable to stand up for long periods of time, or if you're unable to do any high intensity movements. I'm trying to make accommodations for that. I already went over a couple of easier exercises at the beginning, and I'm going to continue doing that throughout the video for the swinging and for the course. So just I hope I can accommodate for some of you that may be stuck at home and unable to move as well as I am. That's the great thing about parkour. It's all about inclusivity and making sure everybody has a chance to get their good workout. So 6:35, let's go ahead and get started with our swinging techniques. So I'm going to move all my junk. Ooh, not my junk, my vault. So like I said, for this next part, you're going to want something cylindrical. like a rolling pin, a bow staff, broomstick, foam roller. I'm going to be using my bow staff because this better represents a bar. Will it stay where I want it to? No, but I'll be able to hold it like I'm holding a bar. So to work on our swinging, we're going to start off on the floor. I'm going to show you guys a workout you can do, and I'm going to show you an easy version, an easier version, and a harder version. So we're going to start off on the floor. We're going to start off with just holding a 6 inches position. So we're going to get here. We're going to hold our bar above our head. Our feet are raised 6 inches off the ground. You might remember this workout from MJ Mondays when they were doing it in the gym. You're holding the bar above your head. Right here, holding it just like that. There we go. We're going to hold this for like 10 seconds. Just get used to this position right here, because this position is very important for the next step. This and another position. Cool. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move on. So our next step, you guys are going to be taking the bar, reaching out in front of you. I'm going to do what's called a Superman. So for a Superman, your legs are going to be straight here. Make sure you guys can see me. And you're going to hold the bar like this. This was to simulate the back swing. All right. The other one was to simulate the front swing. In your back swing, the bar is here. You're looking at the bar. Your back is arched. Your feet are together. And you're nice and stiff. Just like this. All right. When you start swinging, you're going to be relaxed. But for right now, let's try to be nice and stiff and hold this for a good workout exercise. 10 seconds. 3 seconds left. 2, 1. All right, cool. So now, you need an easier version for that. Let's say you're sitting in the chair. You're going to want to be sitting in a chair. If you're already laying down, you don't need to change anything. But if you're only allowed to sit in the chair, if you're sitting in the chair right now, hold the bar above your head here. And you're still going to do the same thing, but this time you're sitting right here. Okay? You're still going to get a workout in, holding this position here. Feel the tightness here in your abs. Just like that. You can even bring your legs up as you do it to make it harder. Just like that. Cool. Checking out the camera, so make sure you're here. You can bring your legs up like this. If you're stuck in the chair, you want to still get your workout in. Hands above your head. Holding it here, you can hold it. Do like a modified 6 inches. You're sitting in the chair now. All right. Do that for however long. I would say 15 seconds. If that's too long, 5 to 10 seconds. Work your way up to longer times. Don't try to push yourself too hard. Okay. So for this next part, you want to make sure you have the 6 inches and the modified 6 inches if you did that. You want to make sure you have that down first before you do this next part. This is going to work on your swinging. Okay, go ahead, some time. So for this next part, you're going to take your bow staff here, whatever you're using, and we're going to practice some rocks. So we're going to have our bow staff here above our head. You're going to bring yourself into 6 inches. You're going to rock your body back and forth. Try to keep this position. Rock up onto your shoulders, and then from your shoulders go to your butt. And rock just like that. Hold the position as tight as you can. Just like that. Chin to your chest. Work on the swings. Nice tight abs right there. Next up, on our stomach. So on our stomach, we're going to be here. Legs up. Here. Keep looking up the top. Don't bring your chin to your chest on this one. Just keep looking at the bar. Keep your eyes on the bar. Whew. Just like that. Now that is a serious workout. Try to do that for 10 seconds. 10 seconds is fine. If you can do it longer, that's perfect. All right, cool. So now, for the 180 regrip. We're going to come back to our 6 inches here, and we're going to practice our hand motions. Our feet are going to be up in the air. You're going to practice bringing
If we're on the right side of our staff, so let's say this is the middle. I'm going to move over to the right side. I'm going to take my right hand, bring it around. Notice the position I'm in right now. My feet are pointed, and I'm in my 6 inches. Hand over. Then you're going to flip your hips and this hand at the same time, the left hand. So you're going to flip your hips and the hand. Boom. Just like that. Now I'm in my Superman position. All right? Do it this way. We're here in the 6 inches. Get to the right side of the bar. Right hand is going to come to the left. As your hips turn over to your stomach, switch this hand. Just like that. That's how you want to do your 180 regrips. You do not want to twist too early. You do not want to twist too late. When you bring your hips up and you start to turn your hips, your hand should be moving along with your hip. That way, one doesn't stay behind as the other one moves on. Same time. Like that. All right? So we'll try to do it. Some more of these. We'll go both ways. So now I'm going to be on the left side of the bar. I'm on the left side of the bar, so which arm is going to move first? The left arm. You're going to take left arm over. As you spin, right hand switches. Make sure your feet do not touch the ground at all during this exercise. You do not want your feet touching the ground. Cool. Do it again. Here, left hand, try to go a little faster. Just like that. Boom. Perfect. Good. Awesome. Cool. Now, if you want a little bit of a challenge, of course, always gotta make it harder. Grab a pillow, something. I want you to practice rolling onto the pillow, then rolling off. I have my pillow here. I'm gonna lay down right here. So I'm going to be rolling to the right. I'm going to roll toward you guys. So take my left hand, feet up in the air. Left hand is going to come around. I'm going to twist, get on top of the pillow. Now I'm even higher. My hips had to get higher. Now I'm going to do the same thing to roll back over. Left hand over and roll off the pillow. Make sure your feet do not touch the ground during this exercise. Same thing. Let's go this way now. Feet off the ground. Hands up here. If you want them here, that's fine. Just make sure that you eventually move them down here because this is where you want to be when you're on the bar. You want to be parallel with the bar. You don't want to be here when you're swinging on an actual bar trying to do the 180 regrip. Have the bar parallel with your head. So we're going to roll to the left. We're here. Take your right hand. Go to the left. Get on top of the pillow. Then you're going to take right hand again. Reach. And over here. Just like that. All right. And that is it. Just for our 180 regrips. Oh, wait. I have a little bit of a challenge. Something that will help you guys out more with 180 regrip pre's. So we're going to actually spin you around. Do a little spinny. Let's see how I do this. Make sure you guys can see my camera out the way. Alrighty. Cool. Alright, we got about 5 more minutes for class, and then we'll do our stretches. So here, we have 2 counters here, and we have a little placemat. We're going to be practicing our pre's. So if you watched Coach Glenn videos, you know when you're swinging, and you're holding your body up, you want to pike or bend at the hips in your backswing, have your butt sticking out, and then naturally your hips will come forward and swing forward. Make sure you have your swinging technique down first, as he instructed, before you come and try to do it on your counters. So we're here.
You're going to be jumping up and try to land there. Oh, just like that, practicing your good landing technique. If you're already able to do that, take what you just learned from the 180 regrips and try to do a 180 regrip, then swing. How does that look? Hands here, you're going to jump, boom, like that. Once you get better at that, instead of going 90 degrees, it's going like 120. Now my feet facing this way. Jump here, boom. There you go. As you get better, try not to start here, try to jump to here. All right. Once you get better, I'm going to try to do the full 180 now to show you. I'm going to have the hand here. It's very important that your hand is facing where you want to land. So my hand's facing backwards. I'm going to reach over to here and then swing and pre. Try one more time. So that is it for our swinging. I'm going to show you guys a little course to do, and then we're going to stretch. Flip you guys back around. So for the first part of our course, we're going to grab our bar. I'm going to use my rolling pin here. You're going to grab your bar. You're going to get to a 6 inches position. From a 6 inches position, you're going to try and touch your toes once. Then you're going to try to bring your feet to the bar, just like in last class. Once you do that, put your bar down, come over to the pillows here. I have pillows here. You can use any markers, but you're going to have your 6 inches there, and then 2 things to jump between. To your right, you're going to jump, land on there, have your vault next. When you're ready for your vault, you can do your speed vault or your safety vault, whatever the space. If you have space enough to do it safely as you go over your vault. You're going to go over, using your vault, then you're going to get up on the couch, spin around, and then you're going to use your vault again, around. And if you even better, do it on your other side. Let's practice that. Once you're done with that, you're going to gorilla walk back over to our bar. A gorilla walk is just where you move your hands sideways and your feet hover in the back. You hold your weight on your hands. Cool. So now we're going to do that same circuit. We're going to do it 3 more times. Let's work on our endurance. If you're unable to do all that moving, I want you to do all of these exercises the way I showed you, but do them in a way that is comfortable for you. I showed you guys how to do the safety vault, leaning up against a higher obstacle. And I'll show you guys how to do safe jumping and exercising. So go ahead and do those as much as you can until you get tired out. We're just working on endurance right now. We do 3 more times. 1, 2. Try to go as fast as you can. Whew. All right. Cool. So that is your endurance course. Just to review, we worked on some handstands and push-ups. We worked on our swinging techniques and our 180 regrips. We worked on some mobility at the very beginning of class. Now, after we've done our endurance course, remember you want to do it 3 times. Going through that course. Now we're going to stretch. So you're going to clear off the space. Now that you destroyed your living room trying to make a course, you're going to clear off that space. We're going to stretch. So we're going to go ahead and get over here and make sure the camera's still on. Cool. Go to our right side. This is my favorite part of class. After the workout, I get a chance to just stretch. As you guys can see, I'm sweating. And I don't think it's just from talking, it's from working out. So I hope I was able to give you guys some things that you can work on at home, make it more accessible for you guys as we're stuck at our homes for a while. Just because we're stuck at home doesn't mean we can't get some work done and keep exercising and keep going for our goals. This is actually time for us to work on those things, so I want to make it easier for you to do that at home with parkour. There you go. If you can already reach out with your straddle, try to go down, try to tap your elbows on the ground. Really, try to tap those elbows. You can tap your elbows, try to hold your elbows on the ground for like a couple seconds, come up, and tap, and then you can try to do your forehead next. Reach on up. This is turning into like a whole hour class. The last class was barely 45 minutes. This is like an actual class now. You got a butterfly. Slap our knees, keep your back straight. Push your knees down. You can push them like this, or you can push them like this. Now you're going to take your leg, move straight. Take your other leg and put it over the top. Go to the other side. We're going to bring our leg back, our quad stretch. Then just bring that leg back. Come on back here. Ooh. This is one of my favorite stretches. Go pretty far. We're gonna bring our feet together. Go back. All right, cool. So do our lunge. You guys know how to do this sitting down now. Now you know the cheat to lunges. You can just sit in a chair and turn your body sideways and you can lunge. going to teach you guys all the cheat codes, how you can do all of your exercises while just watching TV, sitting down, or laying down even. You're going to be, take our hand, if your right knee is up, you take your right hand, you're going to put it on the inside of your leg like this. Then you're going to take your other hand, you're going to slowly come up to the top. Now watch this hand. Come back down. Other side now. Lean into that lunge. And take your hand. Down. All right, and now we're going to do our wrist. Our wrist next. You're going to take your hands, flat on the ground. You're on your knees. You're going to keep your arms straight and you're going to rock slowly forward and back. Go side to side. We're going to take our hand and rotate them back so our fingers are facing our knees. You're going to try to sit. Try to sit on your heels and keep your palms flat. Good stretch. Don't stretch too much. You just want to stretch enough to where you're feeling it. Make sure you're breathing as you stretch. Something I still need to work on. I'm going to go ahead and look at your palms. Have your wrists down on the floor, fingertips on the floor, arms straight. Very important. You're going to make tight fists. Now we're going to do some seal stretches. You're going to have your hands or fingers facing outwards. Bring close to your hips. Try to bring your hips down to the floor as much as you can. And have your upper body arching back. Now we do our cat stretch. Back. Alright, we're going to take our lunging leg, we're going to lunge up again. We're going to take our lunging leg, we're going to bring it down to the side. The back leg's going to be straight. And you're going to reach over that leg and get a nice good stretch. Try to bring your hip down to the floor, this side. I'm going to do the other side. And then we'll do our downward dog. Palms on the ground, feet flat on the ground, arms and legs straight. And try to walk your hands up, or walk your feet up to your hands. So that is it for class today, guys. I'm glad you guys had a chance to come out and take it with me. Oh, we hit a whole hour. Let's go. So full class today. I'll see you guys next Thursday at 6 o'clock, same time. Try to do this same workout one more time before our next class happens so you're ready for the next class. All right? I'll see you guys later. Bye.